What is up, everyone? This is BigPowner, and we are going to be crafting a dual influence astral plate. So, to give you some information on this item has been pre-increased quality. The way that you do the increased quality is going to be just with a single socket. Where is my single socket with perfect fossils? Where's my delve tab? Um, so you're just going to use the perfect fossil and a single socket resonator, and then you're just going to spam it till you get a high percentage roll. This is going to increase the chance, I've done videos on this before, of getting your 6 socket, your 6 link. He's already done this. It's 27%. The maximum you can get is 30. Depending on what it is you're going to invest, this is probably a good process for you to think about. The other option, which is kind of a pain, is using Hillock in the syndicate. But some people don't want to do that. Realistically, for someone like me who crafts a lot, it's not realistic for me to do that every single time. But I do always try to get him into a place so that I can get those rolls. So I like work on those rolls all the time. Just knowing that those are something that are useful and knowing that I craft a lot, being able to put 28% quality guaranteed onto an item is a useful thing to be able to do. So for this craft, like I said, we're going for a double influence. This is going to be another video where we're going to be adding double influences. We're going to be doing the Hunter Awakener so that we have a Hunter originally, and then we're going to be adding our Elder. We already have the socketed supports on the Elder base that we're going to be destroying. We're going to be doing the full video. This is going to be a faster video because we are using fossil crafting, so we're not doing like a potential 1,000+ rolls. Um, Obviously, a lot of my videos I've gotten really lucky so far crafting for other people. I hope that that happens for my friend. Um, but realistically, we both know, he knows, and I know that we could wind up with nothing during this craft. Um, we are going to try and increase our likelihood of getting what we want on every step of this. For the two socket resonators, the two things that we have chosen are prismatic fossils and pristine fossils. The reason why are the things that are desirable, which is also why we've chosen the bases. For him, he has several things that he's mostly looking for in his prefixes. To level of socketed support gems is one top pick. The second top pick is percentage increased max life. The third top pick is going to be a large life roll, which comes from a regular base. And the fourth thing is going to be you can apply additional curse. So a combination of any of these three things in the top three slots is going to be really desirable. The initial slam, we actually have a pretty good chance of this winding up good. The reason why is because one way that we can have percent life in the top, curse, and socketed support gems is by taking the socketed support gems on one base and adding it to a hunter base that already has the applies curse. So it's guaranteed to have +1 to socketed support and guaranteed to have you can apply an additional curse. If the prefix has an empty slot and the suffixes are acceptable, we can then craft a dual mod onto it, which is going to give us 8% life and 8% mana, which the tier 2 Elder mod gives 8% life, no mana. So this is actually a really strong prefix. So if we wind up with a couple good things in the bottom, an open slot in the top, and we have our two guaranteed stats, the item could be finished. And this is actually a fairly good chance of this, because usually there's going to be at least one slot open. If there's two slots open, one is a prefix, we will craft on our percent life and we'll exalt slam it. There's a lot of other stuff that could wind up happening. One of the reasons why we have beasts for this craft is because there's a high chance that we're going to wind up beast crafting on this off of the initial two slams. So if that winds up being the case, we're going to try and, save it with the beast craft. If that happens, you'll get to see that method. No more talking, let's get started. This video is going to be the entire craft because, like I said, the second part of the video, we only have so many rolls. So first we're going to be adding the Hunter influence to this base because we've got our Elder base here. So we have our Hunter Astral plate now. The reason why we went for adding the influence is because it was just simply cheaper to buy, to create this than to buy it. Now we have to get the curse onto it. So the fastest way for us to get the curse onto it is going to be to scour. Well, fastest and cheapest is going to be to scour it, and then we are going to be. I need an alchemy. Always forgetting something. And then we're just going to be rolling it until we hit the can apply curse. Eh. Hey, tier 1. You know, like I said, always got to check, because, you know, when you're rolling these, you could wind up getting really lucky, and you could wind up with something that you don't want to roll over. Hey, that's a tier 1. That's garbage. Well, I mean, it's not garbage, it's a tier 2 dual stat, but on a base it's already this expensive, that's not going to result in a good item. Ooh. Oh. That's tier 2, bad mod. Yeah, let's see. That's tier 1, tier 2. I'm going to have to see on that one. Yeah, the base is too expensive to keep this. One good hunter mod. If we got another one, I mean, like, it is 2 tier 1s, a tier 2, but realistically, he's not going to craft that, and it's not something that's going to actually be sold for a profit. The only way that we keep something is if it winds up with, you know, rules where he either would be able to craft it into something that he wants, or it's becomes so valuable as it is that the investment makes it not worthwhile to continue. But you have to be realistic. Even if PoE database predicts it's worth a bunch, you have to actually be realistic and be like, is someone really going to pay this? Which is always a question that you have to ask yourself. I'm hoping we get some of those nice rolls on the slam. Hey. Aw. Tier 1 life, but reduces attributes. Yeah, that's what I want. I wanna reduce my attribute requirement. That's exactly what I was looking for. Hey, tier 1. Nope. Nope. So curse is actually really rare, so it may take us a little while to hit this. It makes it more interesting, like, you know, doing the little extra rolls to see what happens. I think it makes it more fun. And every once in a while, you wind up with a couple crazy... Ooh. Eh. It's a tier 1. Yeah, it's a tier 1 too. And that is the doo-doo stat. That's tier 2, not even worth looking at. We got that's the tier 2 life. We got tier 1, but a tier 4. We ain't trying to waste time. We're just seeing if we get like some crazy combination when we see that stuff. Ooh, tier 1 HP. 2% physical damage reduction. I don't think that, I mean, might as well go see, but sometimes I just want to see. The thing is when you're crafting for 3 stats, it's like, it has to be so good with those 3 stats that you're basically going to be happy with crafting on paying 2 XL to have 2 guaranteed stats, which one in the prefix is actually pretty good. And why is that? Because we can get the 8% life, dual mod. So, I mean, dual mod items are still really powerful if you wind up with 3 crazy stats in the first 3 spots. But they have to be really good in order for it to be worthwhile, because you're basically losing a stat to the crafted multiple modifiers. Oh, there we go. What's up, baby? Okay, so we have to regal this, and then just basically hope that we don't get another hunter mod on it. Okay, cool. So it is now ready for us to awaken. So it will have the you can apply an additional curse, and it'll have the to level of socketed support gems. And we are hoping that we get really lucky, but probably won't happen. Oh man, so this is what I was saying, probably not going to happen. We have the we have a prefix that's really bad. We can't accept that because we have two good mods, and they're really rare to roll. Let me tell you the rarity on these. So the rarity for the curse is a 250 stat, and the rarity for the level of socketed support gems is a 400 stat. So these are really rare stats. So even with the item looking this bad, because we have both of those stats, and because we only have a 1 out of 3 chance that when we beastcraft, we're not going to remove one of the ones that ruin it. So we are going to have to do one beastcraft. And we're going to have to land kind of a back and forth thing, unless we wind up hitting something really good. Like if we hit like a tier 1 resistance, then he's going to have to think, I've got both of the stats I want, I can craft on the 8% life, and I've got a bad resistance, but if he hits something like a tier 1 resistance, then he's got to think, is it worthwhile for me to continue trying to craft? Most likely what's going to happen is we're going to beast craft, we're going to miss, and then we're going to go to the fossil crafting, but we're at least going to give it a try, because what is the cost of these beasts? Let me tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, where's my CMO tab? So we got some beasts ready. I think they're probably like around 10 chaos or something like that. Let me check. Or CMO, what did you pay for these? You just tell me. That's easier than me looking it up. Because he just bought these, I think. Okay, so what we're doing here is... Yeah, 10 chaos. And one's 37. So that one's more expensive. But even at 37 chaos... make sure we are going to be adding a suffix and removing a prefix. So I need the ferric links alpha. Okay. So I have my ferric link alpha. So the only thing that is going to make it so that this item is not a wipe is if we remove the tier 6 increased armor and increased stun and block recovery. That's the only thing. If we hit one of the other ones, then we're going to fossil crafting, because obviously then we don't have our 2 stats that we want. Oh shit, what the Oh, it was one of those lightning dudes. Oh, and we failed. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention. That lightning dude just walked right on top of me. Good thing my character is tanky as shit. Alright. So, you know, this is more of what you expect when you're doing a craft. You know, we got to a place where we're going to try the Beastcraft. This one was a really long shot, honestly, because we only had a 1 in 3 chance of actually hitting the only stat on those that didn't ruin it. But that's realistic. So now we are going to be going. Now we are going to be going to fossil crafting. So all of this stuff is going to be going away. We don't need any of this besides the scourings. So we're going to start off with 2 socket resonators. So the reason why we need the scourings is because we are using these. They take a normal item and make them, you know, takes a normal item, makes it a rare with, you know, these specifications. Like I said, we use pristine and prismatic for these. He wants resistances in the suffixes. He wants curse, plus the socket support gems, percent life, big life roll. So we're just going to start rolling. Okay, so obviously we can see the work of the prismatic. We got 3 low lightning resistances. We got a good life. We did get the percent max life. 15% of hits taken as fire. We got a couple of things we want, but tier 3% life. Tier 2, the tier 2 max life is pretty nice, but everything else isn't good. And with what we have invested in this is a keep roll. Unless you tell me different. I mean, I think you're pretty much letting me do what I would do based on what we're rolling with. Let me hear your input, man. It is your item. I wouldn't stop on this. I'm not even gonna wait for his response. So here we got 2 good resistance rolls, but obviously the stuff on the top is crap. Tier 4 life, bad resistances. Tier 1 life, that's nice. And we got the regen mod, but it's the low regen mod, and the other 2 rolls are low, so that is a reroll. Life recovery on hit. Ooh, and 2 lightning resistances with a tier 1 life. So at this point, we have tier 1, tier 3, tier 1. This is kind of up to him, because we could try Exalted Orb slamming. You want to slam this dude? And see what you get in the prefix? You might get lucky. It's tier 1 HP, 4% life recovery on kill. If it wasn't the percent life on kill, I would keep. Okay, so keep rolling. Low strength. We got tier 2. We got regenerate, tier 2 of the hunt. We got the percent life, but it's the low one. That's a reroll. We got tier 1% life. The rest of it's crap. Ooh, tier 2 life with 12% max life. But tier 4 resistance, strength. It's got 2 of the things he wanted. This would be another slam. We're not even halfway through. What do you think, dude? We got 2 of the things you want. I'm going to guess he's going to say roll. What do you say, dude? Is this one you gotta think about? Alright. I just don't want to be the person that on one of those that are kind of iffy that I just roll over it. And then he's like, I wanted that. Bad life roll. A bad regen. We got like over half the stats are bad. Okay, good life. We got the... Yeah, that's a reroll. That's definitely a reroll. That's a reroll. Okay, getting into the bigger sockets. So this is going to cut it down a little bit more. So it's going to give us a little bit better of a chance. Okay, we got... That's a reroll. That's a reroll. That's a reroll. Yeah, reroll. He got spell crit. Only one good roll on it, though. That's a reroll. And he ain't looking for something for spells. Yeah, it's a reroll. Okay, we got triple resistance, life, percent, and chance to avoid lightning damage from hits. The life is basically the equivalent of a crafted roll. The percent life is the equivalent of a crafted roll, and we have two bad elemental resistances, one tier 2, and you know 6 to 10% chance to avoid lightning damage from hits is not desirable either. Dude, you had 3 bad stats. I mean, I guess I should have waited if you wanted to go for a null on that. But you wouldn't have been able to craft life or percent life. What would you have crafted onto that, even if you hit the... Because even if you removed one of the resistances, you'd just be adding another low resistance. And if you removed the most desirable remove on the first one, then you would have been... you wouldn't have had anything good to craft on it. Ooh, here we go. We got tier 4 life. We got the 12% max life. We got the regen tier 1. Tier 2 strength. Do you want to try anything with this one, dude? 2 things you wanted. It's not as high on the life. It's kind of like a mediocre life. But this you might want to try something with, because you also have the 50 strength, up to 50 strength, which is another 25 HP. And I don't know if you're playing regen. And you can still craft on a modifier, but like I was saying, I don't know what you would really want to... The most desirable thing is you could craft a dual life mod armor, and then you'd have 100 and something. A null for life regen strength. You want me to null? Well, you'd hope to hit the cold, right? Because the cold's the lowest one. Or do you want to try to beastcraft it? Because what is it you're hoping to hit on the null? Because if we do in a null, this is the thing, if we do in a null, even if we hit something good, then we gotta slam it. So if we do a beastcraft, it's a better chance than the null. Unless you want to double annul it and then multi-mod it. Yeah, that's what I would say we should go for. Because that also gives you a chance to get one of the other desirable top mods that you want. because if it hits the lightning and then winds up being one of the desirable ones for you, then you have a really nice chest. All right. Okay, so this time we are doing the opposite. We're going to be adding a prefix and removing a suffix, which is the ferric wolf alpha. Where is it? Am I blind? I'm blind! I can't see it! Oh, here we go. Oh, it still had it selected. Add a prefix, remove a suffix, which we're hoping that we hit the cold resistance and then it winds up being one of our most desirables. Is it a long shot? Yeah. Is it also possible that we wind up removing one of the two better mods and it gives us something even better in the top, which makes it a keep? Yes, that's possible also. So it's not as bad as a 1 in 3, but we still have to get something good in the top when it changes out. What do we get? Oh, man. Try the Beastcraft again, top to bottom. Or do you want to reroll? Beastcraft again. Top to bot. Alright. So now we're going the opposite way. We're basically hoping we hit the same mod that we just hit, and that it switches to something else in the bottom. He didn't want the health regen, so that actually didn't turn out bad for him. So now going back this way, we're basically hoping that we hit the same one that we just hit, and we're hoping that it turns into something that he wants. So like, you know, a high elemental resistance would be ideal. The strength was the best mod in the bottom, because that's essentially you gain 1 life for every 2, which at 50, if you were to get the roll higher on it, that would be an extra 25 life, meaning, you know, technically this would be adding up to 124 life and the 12% life mod. So if we can get something else really good on this, then we can also do a dual health mod, which adds another 19, which would get up to like 140 added HP with 12% life. So this time it is, I'm just trying to, I don't want to be adding the wrong beast to my, add a suffix, removes a prefix, links alpha. Oh wait, do you have another links? You can come in, dude. You want to kill some beasts with me, bro? Okay. Add a suffix, remove a prefix. This is the Hail Mary 1 in 3. We got to get some luck at some point, right? Okay, and we missed. So now at this point it is, I mean, unless he wants the dexterity, which it's strength based, that ain't desirable for him. So now we're back to fossil crafting. Where did I put the, oh, they're there. Okay, we got 2 stuff in the bottom, that are, you know, we got 2 okays, 1 good. The top is basically the equivalent to a crafted. This is a reroll. 3 resistances. They're like worse than crafted modifiers. That's a reroll. We got tier 1 life, a tier 1 fire resistance, but we've got 2 other bad mods. This would be beast crafting plus exalt slamming. That's a reroll. And nothing. The Hail Mary! Unfortunately, this was not a successful craft, and this is a reality of crafting. You've seen the people get lucky, and then you've seen people get unlucky now, and that's both sides of the coin. And realistically, when you go into a craft like this, you have to understand that, you know, he got, what was your item worth the last time? I like, what, 60 to 90 exalts or something like that? That's going to happen sometimes, but sometimes you're going to invest and you're going to wind up with basically a gray base, because that's what we have right now is, you know, nothing on here is worthwhile. This is a gray base. This is a try again. Yeah, so 50, 60. So he made a bunch in the last one, and then he lost some on this one. Is he going to keep trying? Yeah. What I normally do is I kind of will change up my methods. Sometimes I'm really unlucky with one method, and I'll switch to a different one. I'll kind of go back and forth. I told you guys I'm never that super lucky person like you guys have seen on stream. To give you an idea of my luck, I've been telling you that I spend lots of tries to try and get my chest going. And what is it I have? I got a gray base. I got something that I was using as a placeholder. I had my original chest until I got something else that I wanted to use. Yeah, let's do it, dude. You still have all those alchemies and stuff? We can switch our crafting method. But my point is eventually you're going to hit something where, like, I'm not going to roll over this. Because it's good enough that I can sell it for a good amount of profit. So I had to get another base and keep rolling. I actually have another one that's up for sale right now that was too good for me to roll forward on because I had tier 1 life, the socket support gem, but I wanted something even better. Did I want something crazy before I was happy? Yeah. So did it take me a lot of tries to get that crazy chest? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to make space. So we are now going to be doing the next way of crafting. Just leave one spot open. Since he got lucky last time, he still has all of these crafting mats from the last craft for us to try this time. So this is pretty simple. It's just an alchemy spam. Oh, remember what I was telling you, dude? How it's probably they were probably gonna go wind up going up in price, like just in 24 hours. Like I think they're below one. Oh no, they're at exactly 1 to 2 now. So it's smart that you bought a bunch. We got tier 3 life, tier 2 cold. There's 2 stats good, 2 stats bad. That's a reroll. Bad. Bad. 100% reduced reflected. I mean, if everything else on it was good, that would be a keep. Nope. Ooh. Oh no, the bottom's crap. 2 and 2, that's a reroll. The dual mod is actually a really nice mod. If there was if the other 2 things on the bottom were good, this is still an exalt slam area. So pretend like the 2 bottom ones are resistances. At this point, this is actually really good because I can put on a crafted life, and then that 99 life becomes 137 HP with the 12% increased max life. If those bottom 2 ones were good, it would definitely be worth keeping. But right now we're at half good, half bad. That's a reroll. We got the dual mod, but we got, like, you know, below crafted life. The other two are bad. That's a reroll. That's all crap. 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 Yeah, I'll move this closer to this. Ooh, additional curse. A good resistance, really bad life. That's a reroll. We've got too much bad stuff on this. We got the additional curse, but there would be so much would have to go well. There's essentially a 0% chance of winding up with what we want by going forward on this. We're better just rerolling. Yeah, really bad life. So this, we have tier 2 life, tier 1 armor, tier 1 fire resistance, 2 other bad mods though. And um, none of the influence mods that we want. Hypothetically, if we had like triple resistances, this would be a keeper because there are some stuff that is just such good rolls that even if we don't get the influences, we're going to keep it. What do I have here? I have a bow that is double influence and, you know, like a mirror tier weapon that is double influence with no influences, and I kept it. You think I'm going to roll over that and be like, well, it ain't got any influences, I don't want it? No, definitely not. But you have to consider what you put into it. If the base is going to be worth more than what you have, then obviously you're not going to keep something like that. Sometimes we add, like for instance with my bow, I added those influences not because I was only going to be happy with the influences, but because it's so hard to roll what I wanted. Adding the influences, on average, we're going to make the probability of me getting something, ooh, we're going to make the probability of me getting something worthwhile keeping. This might be worth trying a Beastcraft. What do you think, dude? We could try. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking double suffix. I mean, we could try it, but I was seeing something different. You don't even want life regeneration, right? I thought it was going the other way. It's a reroll. It's not. We got the lightning resistance. No. Nope. 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 No. It's like a big old long list. Bunch of crap. Nope. %, max life. We got dual mod max life, but it's tier 3 with a 12% max life. We could craft life. What, 127 HP? Or it'd be 125 right now, but the strength is bad. And we'd have to Exalt Slam it. And it would kind of be like we're hoping we get a good slam. What do you think, dude? If it was like tier 1 life, I'd probably say go for it, but the bad strength and it being a tier 3 dual mod. Keep rolling. Oh wait, is that 26 life? Oh yeah. Beastcraft for prefix life. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, well, I guess we can't because I accidentally clicked on it. It was a long shot. It was a 1 in 3. My bad, dude. Yeah. Now it's not for him. Nope. No. That was like a weird order. Normally you see life at the top. I was like confused. I was like, why is that way down there? It's because of the dual mods. We got tier 1 dual mod, but a bad armor and armor. You're using Molten Shell though, right? I don't know how desirable armor is for you. This would be another long shot. But it is 3 tier 1 mods, so I'm going to let you decide. I'm not going to touch a scouring this time. Yeah, I didn't think so. We see the first, oh no, that's the second time seeing the crit. Hey, and then it gives us the tier 1 critical strike chance. Well, there's other crap on it. He doesn't even want that. And that's crap. We got the regen. The only good thing, really good thing's a tier 1 life. We got max life. And too many bad rolls. Bad life roll. And crap. 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 Yep. Crap. Nope. One bad prefix and multiple bad suffixes. That is definitely a reroll. Just all low rolls. Hey, socketed support gem, but everything else is crap. Tax crit tier 1, that's crap. Some more of these. HP, percent life, tier 1 strength, lightning resistance, and increased effective offering. And an open prefix. What about this one, dude? This one I have to ask you on. Yeah, because, I mean, you can craft dual mod HP armor on it. And then its effective added HP What do you want to beast? Do you want to beast the suffix to prefix? Well, we can craft percent armor and max life. Are you just hoping that you get rid of like the low roll, like the lightning resistance? Okay, so like 2/3 chance that it's not ruined. But you're hoping that you hit one of two things. Oh wait, why did I go to the Delve project? Where am I going? Not to Delve anymore. Delve, 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 no more, never. Okay, so we are going to be adding a prefix and removing a suffix with the Ferroglyph Alpha. Come on, baby. We deserve some luck now. Woo. Come on, baby. What do we get? Armor and... Oh, and it removed the strength. Ah. Keep rolling. Yeah. It was worth the shot, though. For sure. Wait, what? I have one of each. I got one of each. We're still good. It's funny, the videos were like, these are gonna take forever. Get ready. We're gonna break it up. And then it's like they're like done in like 15 minutes, and then it's like this one won't take long. 48 minutes in, we're like still going. That's how it goes, though. Offering's not. You just want to roll over this? I'm guessing you want to roll over this. But I'm going to ask, because 3 tier 1s and a tier 2. Yeah. And 2 good res rolls, but we got low life. He doesn't want regen, so that's a reroll. That's just complete crap. 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 That 19 life roll. Crit chance strength. Regen. Tier 1 armor. What do you think, my dude? This is actually something you could sell. I know you're not a crit build. You just want to roll over it, though? I'm just making sure. It ain't like a super expensive roll, but it is valuable. Okay. That ain't one of those, if you roll over this, you're crazy. But it was one of those, you could sell it right now. and get back your investment. Yeah, that's crap. 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 Ooh, we got socket support gems and tier 1 crit. Too bad there's not an open prefix and we have life on there. You want to try a Hail Mary with with an annulment orb to try and be able to craft life on this and make it valuable to sell it, or do you just want to roll over it? I mean, it's not going to sell for a lot if you do hit it. Yeah. 12% max life, tier 1 strength, increased effective offering, but we've got three prefixes with a. Up to you, dude. You want to try to annul this one or beastcraft? It's only a 1 in 3 chance on the beastcraft, and then you could craft on life. What you think, man? 3 tier 1s, tier 2. He really wants something for himself. And I get that. I roll over lots of stuff like this. If it gets to the place where it's like 20, 30 exalts, I definitely don't reroll. We got 8% max life, tier 1 life. Roll over. I mean, only choice here is an annulment orb, and it's a really long shot. And then it wouldn't even be that good. Socketed support gems, increased percent strength. Once again, long shot with an annulment orb. And 2 things we don't want. And you don't want regen, so I'm guessing this is a reroll too. Yeah, low rolls. He doesn't want dex. And nope. Percent life, spell crit, nope. Nope. Attack crit, percent regen, nope. Nope. Okay, we got tier 1 crit, dual mod life, too many bad rolls. So the reason why I'm looking at the crit ones, even though he isn't interested in them, is some of those rolls can be like really valuable, which obviously he's not going to roll over something really valuable. He wants a chest, but he ain't gonna throw away something really valuable. So we got the life, but 1, 2, 3 bad rolls. Max life, but everything else is bad. So like the percent max life is good, even being an 8, but only it's basically we can craft the same thing. So it's not like I have that, so I'm gonna keep it. Um, this is he doesn't want. I mean the spell crit. I mean realistically, spell crit on this base it really is not desirable. There's not many people that are going, like a molten shell armor spell crit build. It's just not a popular build. Um, the crit chance for regular attacks is more desirable. We got offering regen. Um, I mean, it's in the same range of stuff that he's already said to roll over, so we're gonna roll over it. I'm gonna kind of learn from what it is the feedback he's giving me, so that we can speed this up a little bit. Attack crit, but everything else is garbage. Um, 129. Everything else not good enough. Nope. Attack crit tier 1, percent life. Other two things are bad. Good life. 3 good mods, but nothing of the influence types. And that would be an Exalt Slam situation. Just not worth it. The Exalt Slam's like a Hail Mary, so you gotta have the possibility of having something really good, or basically something you're already gonna be happy with, to do that. Or you just have to be going for something really, really crazy and be prepared to spend hundreds of Exalted Orbs. Additional curse, percent increased dexterity, but it's got a bad life roll. He doesn't want the regen. He doesn't want the dexterity. It's a reroll. Well, we got the tier 2 life, but everything else, we got multiple stats he doesn't want. That's a reroll. Attack crit with everything else bad. I don't know why the hunt one says that that's a tier 2 when it's a tier 1. That's a mistake, but I just noticed that during this crafting video. The 1 to 1.5 is the tier 1. I don't know why. Unless the hunt goes to 2%, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I think they made a mistake. Um, this is not bad rolls. We got 3 tier 1 rolls. We got the Elder percent increased dexterity, tier 1 armor, tier 1 HP, and the fire resistance. This is something he may possibly want to um, try a Beastcraft, but the percent dexterity isn't desirable for him, and it's not really desirable for someone buying an armor base. Input. Gives me a chance to take a sip of my drink. That's what I assumed, but for the reasons I described, but triple tier 1 rolls, gotta ask. We got the 12% max life, but everything else on it's bad. Nope. Percent life, nope. A tier 1 crit, tier 2 max life, percent increased strength with a resistance. So at this point, this might be something that he keeps and sells, because putting a tier 2 life with a tier 1 crit with percent increased strength, which is good for the base. This is probably, he can probably realistically get, when crafting the dual mod percent life and mana onto it without slamming it, he can probably get like 12 to 15 exalted orbs for it. So he may want to stop here. What do you think, dude? I mean, they're all desirable stats. So, and you can do just putting the percent life on it. Um, yeah, we'll probably keep that for now. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. The reason why is because this actually has a high chance of selling. The reason why, there were other items that their predicted value was about the same. But the thing is by taking and crafting on. Oh, hey, I hit it the first try. So, I mean, like, now it's in, like, the 12 to 18 Exalted Orb range. And it's actually a really desirable chest. And if someone were to divine this, obviously it would be even better. Because if you get it close to the crit chance. The thing is all of these stats line up for pretty much any armor crit-based build. You have percentage increased dex, which is going to add a percentage increased strength, which this is a strength base. So even if someone just has, you know, not even like crazy strength, you're talking about, you know, maybe an extra 30 life just from that one mod. And then the percent crit is like one of the best modifiers for any crit based build. And then you have a tier 2 HP with having the 8% life, which is the equivalent to the tier 2 Elder mod. So it's kind of like the equivalent of like a three tier, a 3 rolled Elder roll, which is pretty nice and is going to be desirable. Someone will buy this. And that's the value of it without it being that's the estimate value of it without it being rolled as a 6 link, because it's not yet 6 linked. If he adds a 6 link to it, it's going to make it even more desirable. And I mean, you can, man, but do you want to invest more into it, or do you just want to sell it? I would sell it as it is, because you're not going to use it, right? Alright, he just wants to see what happens. I ain't going to argue. We got physical damage to melee attackers. That wasn't the best roll. It basically kept the value the same, but it's worth a shot. Now it's a completed item. This actually took a lot of rolling, and there's quite a bit of currency spent here. He winded up hitting a point where he's gonna probably... How much do you think you spent total? What's your estimate? I think he's actually probably gonna made a little bit, which is why we're stopping. Realistically, he's probably gonna break even, and then he's gonna get his currency back when it does sell, and then he'll be able to try again. Or he might even make a tiny bit, but then his currency is going to be tied up while he's trying to sell it. But realistically, if I was looking for a melee build for, in that price range of 12 to 17 exalted orbs, this would be something that I would buy. Okay, yeah. So he could sell this he could sell this below the minimum right now and still make a nice profit. So this is a really good point for him to stop. I forgot the fossils we used weren't that expensive. It felt like we used more than we really did. So this actually worked out really well for him. But I'm glad that we had a video like this. It's not always going to turn out we're going to wind up with an item that you can sell. He could have kept on rolling, because how much really do we have left? We're down to 100, 200, like 246 more rolls. So it's very realistic that we could have kept on going and never hit something good that he could sell for a return or hit what he wanted. Realistically, rolling for what it is that you want, a lot of times you're not going to get what you want. And I'm glad that this video turned out the way that it did, because he actually has something to be happy about, because he's made currency, and I'm happy because this gives a more realistic idea of what crafting looks like. Because most of my crafting videos I've posted, I have been getting really lucky for people, and that's not realistic. This was more realistic. We didn't even get the item we wanted, but we wound up with something. Getting something at some point in this many rolls is realistic. Exactly what you want, or a 50-60 exalted orb item, that's not realistic to expect every time. The reason why they're that expensive is because of how hard they are to get. It takes a lot of trying, and even if you do stuff smart, even if you invest more than this, you could wind up with not even a product this good. So I hope it was fun to watch, and I'm glad for my friend that it turned out with a happy outcome, even though he didn't get exactly what he wanted. But like I was saying, sometimes making stuff can be a biatch. Because what was it that I was showing you? I was showing you all my failed bases. One of them's still gray. And I've got more of them. I got a double influence chest that I ain't selling. Well, that I ain't keeping. But tier 1 life, tier 1 lightning resistance, regeneration, socket support gems. Like, I'm not going to roll over that because I can sell it. But was that what I wanted? No. And did I invest a lot to get to that? Yeah. But I actually might just use it on one of my new characters. That's why I don't have it priced really low to sell quickly. And I'm not worried about the currency, because I got a lot of currency. I'll keep it as a collector's item if it doesn't sell. If I was hurting for currency, though, I might sell it cheaper. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to have out the last Delve video, and then I have a really cool project that I am starting. I'm going to be starting it tomorrow, and I'm going to be playing for 24 hours, and my goal is to get a headhunter. In that time, my currency that I have, I'm not touching my Delve stuff, but my currency right now is 26 exalted orbs. I'm gonna do a video covering this, but I figure I'd give you guys a little teaser. I ain't gonna tell you how I do it till after I do it, because I don't want people competing to for my on my farming method, making it harder for me to reach that crazy goal. Um, but I will tell you guys how I do it, and you guys, if you have the capability to do the methods that I'm going to be using to make that much currency, then you guys can try it out when I'm done. And I'll explain to you exactly how it works and what to do. Thanks for watching. Peace.